033 1511 055 033 1511. Meanwhile, here is David from Osu sharing Hustle by Calvin Boy as his daily dose of him. Enjoy.
Another lie. Calvin Boy again, no. Lie. Taxi, drop me for junction, at the bed. My body, life no be game like super bad. Work hard, double. Stay away from the troubles. And if you believe, you go there achieve, and the money go there double. Yo. Where them day? When we dey hustling every night and day, just for the paper. Where them day, yo, yeah. When we dey hustling every night and day, a boy sika yo, yeah. Work hard, double. Stay away from the troubles. And if you believe, you go there achieve, and the money go there double. Yo. Work hard, double. Stay away from the troubles. And if you believe, you go there achieve, and the money go there double. Yo. Do it for my friends and my family. Pray for more life and energy. Look at me, what do you say? More love to my enemies, yo, yeah. You see the thing we they do, it be God with the bless me, yo. Tell you for come, make I show you how the thing go. Tell you for no, say. Even your too much money can never buy life, yo. When it is baby, how my punch and shit. Work hard, double. Stay away from the troubles. And if you believe, you go there achieve, and the money go there double. Yo. Work hard, double. Stay away from the troubles. And if you believe, you go there achieve, and the money go there double. Yo. Work hard, double. Stay away from the troubles. And if you believe, you go there achieve, and the money go there double. Yo. Work hard, double. Stay away from the troubles. And if you believe, you go there achieve, and the money go there double. Yo. Where them day? When we dey hustling every night and day, just for the paper. Where them day, yo, yeah. When we dey hustling every night and day, a boy sika yo, yeah. Taxi, drop me for junction, at the bed. My body, life no be game like super bad. Work hard, double. Stay away from the troubles. And if you believe, you go there achieve, and the money go there double. Yo. Double. From the troubles. Double. From the troubles. Double.
Good morning. It is a beautiful Tuesday. It's a terrific Tuesday. The clouds are just a little bit, they're starting to form. It might start to rain, but continue to be safe. But if you are indoors and you're watching me, then clearly you're in the best place, at home, in front of your TV, watching MX24. This is the AM Club, and you already know this is where we make sure to keep you inspired, entertained, and informed. So thank you so much, Calvin Boy, for that lovely one. We are now about to read your messages for your daily dose of Vim. Your daily dose of Vim is literally messages or quotes that are motivating you And when you share it, whatever's motivating you, you never know, might motivate somebody else that is watching. So we're going to go into it with the messages. Let us see who was bright and early to get a message in with us, right? Starting with our number one, Cultured. Hey, good morning to you. He says, my inspirational message is experience is how life catches up with us and teaches us to love and forgive each other. I love that. Experience is the best teacher. We have good morning. Happy Tuesday, guys. My DDOV is you have the opportunity to do good. Think about sending a reminder to God that one of his kind is still here on earth. Oh, that's from Alberta. Exactly. You yourself are one of a kind. There is no one like you. I say it every single day. Nobody like you. So why don't you, the first thing you do when you wake up is wake up and thank God for giving you another opportunity to be on this earth. We have, good morning, Prisla from Teshiman. She says, my DDOV is no matter what comes your way, shake it off, move forward, and when you have a positive mindset, you cannot be defeated. I cannot agree anymore. Yes, when you have a positive mindset, nothing can bring you down. Whatever situation comes your way, when you think positive, you'll be able to get through. And then our last one is from DJ Zion from Adamasu. And he says, okay, look, more of you are sending me in. He sent a picture which is loading. It's taking some time, so we'll go to the next one, which says, good morning, my DDOV is try again if at first you don't succeed. Yes, just like Prisla's. If you fail, don't worry, you can still succeed. And do you know what? If you fall and you're at the bottom, the only way is up, right? The only way is up. So dust yourself off and try again. Let's give it one more try, one more push. Do not give up so easily. That's from Linda from Kaswa. And then we've got more that just say good morning, everyone. So I think I'm going to think of a word for today. But before we get into that, I need to remind you guys of the problem of human trafficking and how real it is. So both within our borders and across them. If you picture a child that you know or you love, a niece and nephew, that has been taken away from you to work on the Volta Lake for 8 hours, but then you have to picture yourself, your sister or mother or brother, that have been deceived to pay money to travel to any of the Gulf countries for work. Now picture that you or your sister gets there and all they experience is that their passport is being taken away from them and they are being made to work for over 15 hours a day where they are abused sexually, physically, daily, and they have absolutely nowhere to run to. Now, unfortunately, that is the real life and devastating reality of human trafficking within and across our borders today. And as a country, it is our duty as one of the robust laws to end this dehumanizing problem. So we are urging you guys to invest in building a minimum of 10 shelters for male and female survivors within the next 2 years, and I know that we can do more. So let's be each other's keeper by reporting any suspected cases of human trafficking to the nearest police station. Remember, if you see something, say something, so we can use our voices, our resources, our influence to support the established state institutions in protecting our children, brothers, sisters against these nasty traffickers. So together, guys, we can end human trafficking within and across our borders until we are all free. We're not going to stop until everybody is free. So right now, guys, enough with that. We're about to start the show, kickstart the show properly. And we can't do that without your coffee. You got caffeine, right? So we're going to recap the biggest trending stories that's happened in the last 24 hours. And so, Godwin, what do we have? What's happening?
How are you doing, first of all?
I'm good. I like your new, haircut, I would say. It's not new, but you've brushed it out. You left the curly vibe. I liked the curly vibe.
I like the curly vibe too. I just felt like doing this today, so.
Okay, I like that. Change is good.
Feeling old school.
Hey.
Anyways, our first story is not all that exciting, but let's go ahead and do it. Now, a 17-year-old boy has met his untimely death at Bankoi, a suburb of Ho in the Volta region, after he was allegedly struck by lightning while selling coconut. 2 other persons who were with or were close by to the boy also were struck by the thunder and were rushed to the hospital by the National Ambulance Service. The boy has been identified as Emmanuel Dolly, a former student of the Sokodet Senior High Technical School. The incident has gripped fear among residents, with some rumoring that the coconuts he was selling were stolen. But the brother of the deceased dispelled those rumors. It's a rather sad story this morning, but
oh my goodness.
I guess it is what it is.
Wow, you know, this is the first time that I've actually heard that actually an individual has been struck by lightning.
Someone.
I thought maybe,
Ghana?
yeah, well, in my life, I didn't even know
Really?
that happens. I know they say, like, oh, you get struck by lightning. Or maybe if you're, like, holding electronical stuff. Was the cutlass, you think?
Was what?
Was the cutlass something that attracted it to make it happen?
I don't know what could have caused that.
Oh, no. So he passed away?
Yeah, but it is rumored, it is alleged a lot in the Volta region that sometimes people are, you know, struck or killed by lightning, especially through voodoo means. You get what I'm saying? So if you want to kill
voodoo
someone,
or even God. You went to say, may my enemies be struck by lightning.
there you go.
There you go. So I'm not saying he was an enemy, but I mean, condolences to the family. That is sad.
17, he's too young.
Yeah, way too young. Way too young.
Anyways.
Let's move on to some other news. The government has released a portion of state lands at the Ridge residential area in Kumasi to Otumfo Osei Tutu II. According to the Ashanti Region Coordinating Council, the release has been made to the Asantehene on behalf of and in trust for subjects of the Golden Stool. In a letter signed by the Chief Director of the Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council, on behalf of the regional minister, the gesture is persistent to the issuance of Executive Instrument 432 of 2021 by government in respect of redevelopment on Sector 18 of Kumasi, which was published in the Ghana Gazette on the 31st of December 2021. Now moving on to some international news, a new UK visa scheme that is designed to attract the brightest and best graduates from around the world does not include any African university on its list of institutions, degree holders. Now, this list of top global universities doesn't have a single African tertiary institution listed. This has led to some complaints that African talent is being excluded through Africans who have attended the listed universities, and will they be able to apply? 37 universities have made the list. Most are in the US, but there are also some in Europe and Asia. The UK scheme will be available to alumni of the top non-UK universities who graduated in the past 5 years.
So, I read this story and I was, first of all, amused by how smart the UK is, attracting the brightest and the top students from around the world. Now, what this scheme intends to do is to give, you know, some form of visa to people who study in top 50 universities in the world. You know, according to the top 50 rankings of global universities. So if you attended any of the top 50 universities in the world, you can get some form of visa to the UK.
Straight like that.
To come and work for 2 years if you did a master's and a first degree, or a bachelor's degree. And then if you did a PhD, you get to work for 3 years without any job offer.
Nothing. Look at that.
Just come there and work. And then after that, you can even extend it if you meet certain requirements. And I'm like, okay. Wow. So what are we doing here in this country? Number one, no African country was on the list.
And that's because we
It
don't,
means that
none
no
of us
African country makes the first top 50 list of global universities rankings. That's disappointing.
Heartbreaking.
But anyways, it is what it is, isn't it?
And like you said, I feel like they are being very, very smart, especially with the crazy things that has happened with our Brexit and all that stuff. Now they know that we need people, and so they are finding new ways.
To think of it, do you know how many people apply for the UK on a daily basis, like in a day, when you go to Movenpick to go and see the number of people applying to travel to the UK, and the number of people who are being bounced every single day, and how much it costs to apply to the UK.
I can imagine. And then you have to, when you get bounced, you have to pay again?
Yes, if you want to apply again, you pay again.
Oh, no.
You spend almost 2,000 cedis, and when you get bounced, you're bounced. I mean, and people keep trying.
Oh, no.
Yep, so that's how smart that country is. I love the UK. Anyways, let's move away from that and do some sports stories. The outstanding Ghana Premier League match between Ashanti Gold and Asante Kotoko will be played on Thursday, June 2nd. The Week 29 fixture was postponed due to security reasons following the miners' demotion to Division 2 over match manipulation. According to the GFA, the security risk and the advice from the security services remain unchanged by the next home match by Ashgold. The Obuasi-based club inflicted a 3-1 win over Elmina Sharks on Sunday, while Kotoko were stunned by 10-man Bekum Chelsea at the Baba Yara Stadium. Now to Europe, Erik ten Hag says he's not risking his managerial reputation by taking the Manchester United job. The Dutchman is United's fifth permanent boss since Alex Ferguson retired in 2013. I mean, people have been saying that Erik ten Hag has such a good record, and going to Manchester United might dent that record, but he says he doesn't think so.
He's about to make a change.
I mean, Ole was sort of a disappointment to the team. Ralf Rangnick, who was being consulted, he wasn't really a coach. Also, after some time, decided not to renew the contract, has left. But Erik ten Hag is ready for the job, so let's see what he's capable of.
No, and I believe he'll be the one that will be like, yep, you see what it was, and look what I made it.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Moving on to some tech news. Apple may finally bring an always-on display to the upcoming iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max. Of course, there is a new iPhone coming out again. According to a report from Bloomberg, Apple could introduce the feature with iOS 16, allowing the iPhone to display a limited amount of information even when it is locked. The iPhone's version of always-on mode could work similarly to the way it does with the Apple Watch Series 5 and up. The iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max will drop the lock screen's frame rate with always-on mode enabled, letting them conserve energy while the display remains powered on. Now, remember, guys, that in support of... Wait, but before I get into that, actually, iPhone 14, are you going to get it?
Am I going to get what?
The iPhone 14.
I'm still using an X. I'm still using an X. I don't think the farthest I'll go probably will be maybe a 13, but not now. I need a 13 to shoot stuff.
Yes, because
I don't need the phone. I just need the camera
that
to
feature.
shoot.
And I was so upset that they didn't put cinematic on iOS. You know, if you upgrade your phone, what will happen?
Then you get a cinematic. No, but it's for the 13 and above.
Yeah, so I think now, like you, I'll probably just go up. But I like even numbers. I only like even numbers, so I'll 14. Go for 14 and then stop.
Yes, please. when you go, remember me.
Same way when you upgrade your Apple Watch, remember me. Hey.
Yes, please.
Now, guys, please do remember that in the support of End Human Trafficking campaign, we urge that you report any suspected cases by calling our toll-free number 0800 800 800 or 0800 900 900. Now we're about to take a deep dive into the world of entertainment and showbiz. I'll see you after this. Hey, yes, guys, indeed, it is your girl, Miss Drew, your hostess for the mostest, and it is time for MX Breaks, where we give you all of the information of what's happening in the entertainment and lifestyle scene in Ghana and beyond. So we're about to kick things off with Future's Wait For You, collaboration with Thames and Drake. Now, this has sold over 1 million units in the US, making it eligible for platinum certification from the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA. Now, the song is the fastest collaboration released this year to reach the milestone. So, congratulations, Drake, Thames, and Future. And Thames, when she first came on the scene and I first heard her music, I was like, this girl, she understands me. I can relate. I just love her vibe, you know?
I was just telling someone about how I think she sounds very... driving.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a certain...
I mean, she has a unique voice. Her voice is
Exactly.
she can sing, of course.
Definitely.
She has quite a unique voice.
But she's holding on to that USP, which is like a...
You know?
But,
you know, and I don't know how long she's been in the industry, but it's almost as if the moment I heard her name, she just kept...
That's it.
Going.
And that's usually what happens sometimes, though. You've been trying, grinding, grafting for ages, and then boom, when that one... It's always one, guys. I mean, it's not Motivational Monday, but it's always just that one door, one opportunity, one person, and phew.
And was it that song with Wizkid?
And that was that song with that... No, Essence? It was her Try Me song.
Oh, Try Me.
Try Me, not the Essence, it was Try Me. And then people, that's when I heard about her, and then it was just the, So, yeah. And then, so she just did, you know, the cover of Future's song. And then literally Future was like, nah, I'm making you featured. You might as well say it's featured and all that stuff, because he loved it. So when you're blessed, guys, don't give up on your talent. When you're blessed, nothing, no one, no thing can close any doors that belong to you.
True.
Right, so moving on, still in the music in America, American rapper Master P has announced the passing away of his daughter, Tatiana. She was only 29 years old. The millionaire music mogul made this known via social media page. Her cause of death has not yet been revealed. Now, the music sun star Little Romeo also took to his Instagram page where he eulogized his sister. And may her soul really, really rest in peace. I remember growing up watching Master P's Family, their reality show.
They're one of the earliest people to do those.
You know, exactly. Start with reality
shows.
I used to fancy Little
Romeo. I know, right?
I used to have him on my walls, those posters.
Wow.
So, I mean,
it's rather sad.
It is really, really sad. Condolences to you and their family. Now let's bring it back to Africa. We are talking about the Nigerian music star Wizkid, who has recorded another feature with his Made in Lagos Deluxe album version with a milestone of 1 billion streams on Apple Music. Now this comes after the album was announced as the first African album to sell 425,000 copies in just the United States. Wizkid, again, you deserve all the accolades. Congratulations to you on that one. And yeah, guys, that seems to be it for today in terms of what's happening in the music scene. It's been lit, it's been interesting, but come tomorrow for more.
It's World No Tobacco Day.
It's World
No Tobacco Day.
I see. Have you ever smoked tobacco before? That's good.
Unless tobacco was in Bangkok and I didn't know, and I ate it. Unless that's
well, you never know. It could come from the coal, come from the smoke. It could be infused. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Not tobacco. I've never smoked tobacco. I don't know what that is like.
Well,
I mean, apparently it's just, well, let me not promote it. I don't know, but apparently smokers enjoy it. But,
some people do, and it can be quite relaxing and also addictive at the same time. So I guess we're going to talk about that today.
We are going to talk about it. We're going to go into details with that. But I have a friend, and I told her that for the next... So what we're going to do is I'm going to help her. So I'm trying to help her to limit certain things. So I was like, you know what? We're going to do a no sugar, no tobacco, no alcohol week. You know? Yes. So for this week, I'll make sure that she doesn't take sugar. I'll make sure I don't know how I'm going to do that, but she doesn't eat sugar or smoke tobacco or have alcohol. Then the following week, she can feel free to do so.
To see if she wants to go back.
And then she doesn't, and then, you know, so then
you're
it's
a good friend, Godwin. Oh, that's really caring.
Please, no sugar too for you.
Do you know, I wanted to tell you, Gordon, yesterday I worked out. I will send you the picture and the evidence, and I have a smoothie for breakfast today.
Oh, good.
I'm going to show it to you. Godwin is like, he's the one that keeps you going, so I want to show you that I actually did it, and I stuck to it, and I'm going to stick to it now.
Share it on the page.
I will, no problem. Straight away.
But speaking of which, we are discussing No Tobacco Day as the world commemorates this day on Lifestyle Daily. In the meantime, here is Woman by Omale. Please enjoy. We'll be back.
They tell me this, they tell me that, they say my beat.
It's home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits.
Hello and welcome to the Real Travel Show, where we take you on an exciting journey of fascinating places around the world. Invite your friends. Be my guest on this weekly journey around the world. Discover the food. Oh yes, my friend. The music, arts, culture, and the magical sights and sounds. The Real Travel Show with me, yours truly, Ras Mubarak. You, my friend, are very welcome.
Need the best of in-depth analysis, top personality interviews, trending and breaking news all come your way. I'll be serving you with football conversation, life-hearted, lifestyle-related conversations, all on Off the Cuff. Join me, Derek Aim, this and every Monday to Friday between 4 and 5 p.m. only on MX24 TV.
Okay, sweet, but your love is sweeter. My hair, you pay for my hair. I know fit to reset.
The gossip, maybe I was born faithful until the first female suddenly broke a vow.
I feel like you can be my baby.
What
if I broke, now my business. I'ma show you go buy to.
And you know, I hire a permanent fan. You're free cocoa, being called your bad things, go from a side.
No hands. Still I can't believe it. You know what I mean? I was young, what you expect from me? It is what it is.
All women were created differently with unique attributes. From managing a home to being entrepreneurs, through the ups and downs, we almost always win.
as I said, in the early stages of breastfeeding, what your body is using to make the milk is what you ate during pregnancy.
Adoption is a blessing. So if you want to adopt, it's a good thing to do, but just make sure that you do it in the right way.
The brand new season of the Talkative Mom Show is double the education, double the information and excitement.
Then I actually realized nobody cares. Yes, nobody cares.
Yeah. Join me, Eno Kragren, and my guests this and every Sunday on MX24.
The Talkative Mom Show is proudly supported by Gokul's Healthy Options and Cerelac.
My name is Hope. I am a survivor of child trafficking. Years back ago, I was staying with my mom and a certain man came from nowhere, and then he told my mom that he wants me to come with him so that he will take me to school. When we reached the place, the man told me that I'm not coming to go to school, but I'm coming to fish. I was diving inside the lake, riding the boat, removing fish with bamboo. They will beat me and then throw me inside the river, and I'll swim back again, and they are just beating me. I was there one day, and then the policemen came and then they rescued me. So now I'm free, and I want to tell all the stakeholders that there are more children that are there. They are suffering than I have suffered. They should help them out.
This is a humble plea and call to you out there that child trafficking is real and it's ongoing. It has affected and destroyed lives.
Somewhere in Ghana right now, a child has been taken from home to be exploited as a slave. Somewhere in our airports, a woman is being trafficked to another country to be exploited. Somewhere around you right now, human trafficking is happening, but no one deserves to be taken advantage of because of their vulnerability and predicament. No one deserves to be trafficked. Everyone deserves a good life devoid of oppression. Trafficking in Ghana is a communal problem, and together we can put an end to it.
We all have a responsibility to ensure that this menace is eradicated in our society. Now, if you're out there and you hear of a juicy trip to Dubai or elsewhere, details sketchy, or some work at the lakeside, please, let's cause for alarm.
If trafficking in Ghana will ever be brought to an end, each of us has a role to play. It begins with us. Let's be guarded against the tricks of traffickers to exploit people. Let's be on the lookout for anything that looks like trafficking. Let's support the police and other stakeholders by reporting suspected cases of human trafficking.
This is also an opportunity to call upon all stakeholders to channel resources to this area, to also enable the police service be able to tackle this menace. That child, that life out there is special to all of us. It is all our responsibility to ensure that that life is saved.
Together, we can give children the hope of a prosperous future, and we can give women the peace of a regular life.
Let's end
human trafficking now.
Wow, yes, it is still the AM Club right here on MX24, where we are making sure that we're keeping you informed, inspired and entertained. As you just saw, it is World Tobacco Day and we're about to get into a deep conversation on that. But before we get into that, I want to know, what is your level in the French scheme, okay? The ability to communicate in French gives you an upper hand to your education, career development and travel experience. Come to Alliance Française in Accra. At Alliance Française, we help you develop an all-round language skill set. This is reading, writing, speaking in the multicultural and multinational environment. We have experienced and professional teachers. We have flexible time schedule. We have in-person, online, hybrid classes. We also do have French for teenagers and children aged 3 and above. So all you have to do if you're interested in learning another language is register now. Call 050-128-7814 or you can WhatsApp 050-128-7818. You can also visit www.afaccra.org. French up your life right now. And now it is time for Lifestyle Daily, where we will be commemorating World No Tobacco Day, okay? No Tobacco Day. All forms of tobacco are actually harmful, and there is no safe level of exposure to tobacco, be it for children, teenagers, young adults, or even the elderly. Tobacco kills over 8 million people every year, including around 1.2 million deaths from exposure to secondhand smoke. Tobacco destroys our environment, further harming human health through the civilized cultivation, production, distribution, consumption, and post-consumer waste. The World No Tobacco Day is actually celebrated annually to promote awareness on the dangers of using the product and ways to address the tobacco epidemic. But we have got Godwin, who's about to go deep into that conversation. So over to you, Godwin.
Thank you very much, Ms. Chu. You're just making me smile over here. But like you said, it's World No Tobacco Day, 31st of May, 2022, as we do every year. What better day than the last day of the month of May to celebrate World No Tobacco Day? But joining me for this conversation is Ni Norte Norte. I like the name so much. Ni Norte Norte, Papa Gaman, Regulatory Officer of Tobacco and Substances of Abuse Directorate at the Food and Drugs Authority. He's joining us this morning for this conversation. Ni, welcome.
Thank you.
If you're not fine.
If you're not fine, Pepe.
Solid. It's good to have you. It's your first time on the show?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So, like Jerome said, this is my guy. Grill him. Anyway, so let's get into this conversation. Before we do, I'd like to put out some facts over there for our viewers, in case you don't know. So, East Africa alone accounts for 90.43% of tobacco leaf production in Africa, according to Tobacco Tactics. The 5 top tobacco growing countries are Zimbabwe. They produce 25.9% of total output, Zambia 16.4%, United Republic of Tanzania 14.4%, and Malawi 13.3%. Mozambique produces 12.9%, again according to Tobacco Tactics. Now, South Africa was the leading producer of cigarette in Africa in 2018. Smoking is a known cause of erectile dysfunction in males. Smoking is a leading cause of a preventable death. For every person who dies from a smoking-relatable disease, 20 more people suffer from a smoking-related disease. On average, the life expectancy of a smoker is 10 years less than a non-smoker. Very interesting. Smoking causes cancer, heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and lung disease. Approximately 7 million people aged 15 and older currently smoke. 15, wow. Over 80% of the world's 1.3 billion tobacco users live in low and middle income countries. Isn't that sad, Nee?
Very sad.
Very, very sad. We, the low and middle income countries, are the ones who are smoking more than anyone.
Yeah.
Is it because the production is more in Africa?
Yeah, you realize the production is more in Africa, and people, they say it's a coping mechanism to the stresses of life. So let's just say our stress levels are higher.
Are we more stressed than the people producing?
The dynamics of stress, I won't be able to give you the exact thing.
True.
Yeah.
True, but let's get into the conversation. Of course, I've outlined a number of things, number of effects that smoking causes, negative effects. But what are some of the ways that you think tobacco use affects our health?
So most especially with the tobacco use affects us in terms of the causative factor for cancers, cardiovascular diseases, a lot of these lung and respiratory diseases, especially when we even had COVID, you realize that tobacco was a significant risk factor to the complications of COVID. So any disease of the lung, if you are smoking tobacco, you are worsening the outcomes. So it's a lot. You even mentioned some erectile dysfunction.
That's disappointing.
You sound disappointed.
Please go
on. Problems with vision. I mean, it cuts across. Tobacco is something that we can say that we have something we call the smoker's body, from the head to the feet. Every part of you has pathological consequences of using tobacco.
So is it just, I'm just curious, is it just smoking or smoking tobacco that causes these things? Or any form of smoking at all?
So right now, with this disease profile, we are talking about tobacco.
Okay.
Yeah. Other forms of smoking might have different consequential effects with different parts of the body. But for smoking tobacco, I can speak of the whole body.
Yeah, have you smoked before?
Have I? No. Not that
But have you ever had tobacco?
No.
In any form? Like
I think the good thing, not that I knew of is dangerous all through life, but I think I had some borderline asthma symptoms, so that was a deterrent.
Okay.
Yeah. But possibly, I'm sure my curiosity would have pushed me, but that was a deterrent because I didn't want to move into a whole episode of asthma. Yeah.
I can imagine. Oh, very interesting. And like you said, it's crazy to see how the world has spoken about how negative smoking tobacco is. Even when you buy the cigarette box,
you see
it's sitting over there, and with all the pictures and all that, yet we are selling it. Like, what is the problem? I don't get it. If the world can ban, what has the world banned? What have we said that is so, that we've banned, but, when it comes to tobacco, we just can't stop the use of it? Is it because of the monies it rakes?
So the tobacco industry in itself is a strong industry. And what you realize with policy is that it evolves over time. I mean, we've come a long way. Look at a point in time, the football matches and the rest, you realize that the tobacco industry was sponsoring some of these matches, even in Ghana, Miss Ghana and all that, you realize some flagship companies were sponsoring it. So we've come a long way. At first it was text warnings, now we have pictorial health warnings. So looking into the future, you can see that we'll get there. But it takes each year a celebration of World No Tobacco Day, raising sensitization, ensuring that there are more interest groups advocating for that.
Okay. What do you make of this year's theme, a threat to our environment?
A threat to the environment. So a threat to the environment is each year we try to pick a particular theme. WHO picks a particular theme to put focus on tobacco control in that direction. So threat to the environment, this year we are looking at from the planting of tobacco all through production to the disposal. There's a threat to the environment. It has consequences on the environment as a whole. Sometimes the industry might want to pick up certain tactics that would show that they might be environmentally friendly. They might be sponsoring some afforestation activities and all that, just like whitewash the population or the global village. But what we have to do, what WHO has to do now is to be able to counteract this and actually give people the information. So looking at threats to the environment, cultivation, you realize that there were more in Africa. In Ghana, we don't have too much of a problem with cultivation. But then imagine you're planting something which is toxic to the environment and you are further depleting the landscape with taking the trees off. This is already coming to cause chemicals into the environment. And then the trees that would even protect us, you are taking them away. Secondhand smoking, those who are smoking, and releasing more chemicals into the environment, and even the disposal of the cigarette butts, when you are done smoking, putting it in the sea and all that. Most of them are not degradable. So then move into the fish, move back into the plants, we are planting again, toxic waste. So it's a life cycle of waste.
It's a life cycle of waste. Do you think that the World Health Organization and governments alike all around the world are doing a good job at fighting this tobacco menace?
I think the efforts are commendable. Because, I mean, if you take Ghana, for instance, we have a whole part of the Public Health Act, Part 6, which is dedicated to tobacco control laws. We also have the different, in this tobacco control laws, we'll talk about the pictorial health warnings you are seeing on it. At the point that we're having text warnings, but then we align to research. There will be some people who don't even know how to read the English. So they'll see it, they'll think that we are saying have a nice day. So now we're putting the pictures. Look at it and you see that, this thing, there's a problem. Why is this picture like that? It's supposed to be a deterrent. So the efforts are commendable. We are not yet there, but the efforts are clear-cut. Me sitting here is an effort in itself of government. It's an effort of state institutions. So,
do you think perhaps we should increase taxes on the importation of these products?
Yeah, the taxes are high. The taxes are from time to time increased on it. What happens usually is in Ghana, one of our challenges is the fact that people might not be buying it per pack. It might be buying it.
It's very cheap, actually.
It's very cheap.
You can get a pack of cigarettes for 10 cedis. Very, very cheap.
Cheap is relative.
No, come on. If you can, that's
Cheap
a
is
luxury.
relative.
And we should do you think a pack of cigarettes is a luxury?
I don't think so, because you can have some people who would even choose their stick of cigarettes over their main meal.
And what's our daily wage in this country, Seth? I've forgotten.
We'll have to consult the economists on that.
Yeah, but honestly, it is very affordable.
Yeah.
In preparing for this conversation, I asked how much a pack of, I don't want to mention the brand, but it actually was less than 10 cedis. And I was like, if this thing is less than 10 cedis, then most people can afford it.
Yeah. So, interesting enough, Ghana has the highest tobacco tax in the sub-region. So, as I'm speaking now, there are some policy discussions going on in order to increase the tax structure, the tax on tobacco, with respect to the context of Ghana. So at first we're using certain percentages that were global and also common to the region. But now we want to look at Ghana and how affordable it is over here, and also increase the tax relative to that. So it's actually ongoing.
Do you think, in your perspective, do you think that we can ban tobacco all in all?
I think we'd get there. We can ban it. We'd get there, but it's gradual. We can't, as of now, as a country, we are not a standalone. We have certain trade obligations.
Okay.
You get it. So we cannot exclusively take certain stances without being in conformance with some global.
Okay. You've mentioned the health implications of tobacco, and in a little video we played for our viewers, we also spoke about how it affects, it causes
bushfire, someone smoking carelessly and just throwing it away.
Beyond that, are there any other environmental challenges that, smoking causes?
I spoke about secondhand smoking too. The fact that someone is smoking, you know the dangers, you have seen the path, but then an innocent passerby who has chosen not to smoke is more at risk even than you who is smoking. You are releasing all sorts of toxic chemicals into the environment, which is a very major point of concern, the secondhand smoking. So how best can we protect the non-smoker from the one who has purpose to actually continue smoking, irrespective of the dangers of smoking?
When you go to restaurants and these stuff, they've written, of course, you find places where they've written no smoking, and there are places that have made provision for people to smoke. Do you think, and even though there's a designated place for people to smoke,
area,
this secondhand smoking thing we're talking about is realistic in these places? Even though there's an area while they're smoking, you can smell it even from where you're sitting. Should we not allow restaurants, especially restaurants, maybe hotels, to have smoking areas?
So one curtain per the law, if you have a designated smoking area, it should be such that the smoke should not seep into a non-smoking area. So if that is happening anywhere, then you are in contravention of the law already. So at any point in time where you have appropriately done a designated smoking area, the non-smoking area should not
be affected.
So in that case, you can report to the FDA. There are many times we go to these public areas, they issue out fines. There are some that will have to actually put a total ban on them carrying out smoking activities.
Okay, now I have something here. Ghana became a party to the WHO Framework Convention on Tobacco Control on February 27, 2005. Now, how has this in fact impacted the fight against the use of tobacco?
So it's impacted it in a long way. For instance, our Public Health Act came out in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
The Public Health Act that actually gives out Part 6 for the whole of tobacco control is in alignment to some of these obligations to the WHO FCTC. Currently, we recently last year ratified the protocol to eliminate illicit trade, such that you won't have products that are not registered as tobacco products in Ghana onto our market. That's also in alignment with this. So everything you see, most of the things you see do with our law, when it comes to the designated smoking area, the non-smoking area, are as defined by the Public Health Act, the tobacco control regulations, which align to this. So you realize that post this framework or convention, all these activities have actually gone a notch higher.
Interesting. I have a question coming in from one of our viewers. You people are very interested. So listen to this. He says, "Good morning, Godwin. I'm happy we are having this topic. I used to be an asthmatic patient, but since I started smoking weed, it stopped." Have you ever heard of this thing before? He said, since I started smoking weed, it stopped.
Have you heard of weed as a cure to asthma? That I don't know.
Never. I've never heard of it as well.
Yeah.
But he says, how true is it that tobacco chases snakes away from the surroundings? Is it true?
Not that I know of.
Interesting. Where do you hear these things from? Like,
beats my mind.
Anyway, so what is the WHO doing to fight the tobacco epidemic?
So WHO every year, like with the World No Tobacco Day, raises awareness with all the stakeholder groups and all that. So, for instance, today WHO is sponsoring an activity in Ghana. We are doing it at the World Health. We are doing it at the Northern Region.
Okay.
Yeah, where we are bringing together all the stakeholders, the Ministry of Education, the chieftaincy, religious leaders, in order to raise awareness and bring them into the discussion on tobacco control. Because you realize that when we have more stakeholder groups and the public is even more aware, we head more towards a tobacco-free society. Because some people don't know. Some people feel like, what is the fuss? I mean, if someone wants to smoke, let him smoke, like Charlie. So the big thing is awareness. And there's also an ongoing project in Ghana, which the WHO is also making efforts to actually sponsor stronger tobacco control laws and all that in different countries. So yes, the WHO is making efforts in that.
So I want you to give us more details. So, for instance, for today, May 31st, World No Tobacco Day in Ghana, you said we're doing something in the Northern region.
Northern region.
Is it a WHO program or it's a FDA program?
It's an FDA program in partnership with the WHO. So with the support of the WHO, the FDA is hosting a program in the Northern region.
And what is the program about?
The program is we're going to have a panel discussion with all the various stakeholders there. We're looking at the chiefs, we're looking at the religious leaders, as I said. The reason why that was selected is that despite the social trend with tobacco use, we also realize that it also has some cultural elements where some people might even give tobacco powder as part of a dowry or something. So, I mean, it dates back to growing tobacco and, with the pipe and all that. It's always, so with the elements of culture, how best can we address it? How best can we push the conversation to look for alternatives, such that as we are looking at the mainstream and the social trends that are emerging, we're also looking at what are some of these cultural trends that can be informing the continual use of tobacco.
Okay. Aside, what did you mentioned some few things, but could you help me understand, list some measures that we can take to reduce the demand for tobacco? Aside, like the visuals, like you said, the images on the packs and the raising of awareness, are there other things we can do to reduce the demand for tobacco in general?
So, education is important.
Still education?
Everyone needs to be an agent of change. You would need to be an agent of change. Your agent of change does not just mean that you accept that tobacco is dangerous. It means that you go to a place and you realize that I'm in a non-smoking area, but I can smell smoke coming from a designated smoking area. Then you draw the attention of the FDA, not to protect just yourself, but to protect others. And also for people who haven't started using tobacco, you actually have to empower them not to even start at all, because you realize that education goes a long mile. Yeah, it goes a long mile. We put in various measures to decrease this demand, but we are just but one institution. I mean, recently
you are just but one institution.
We are just but one institution.
But it's a big institution, isn't it?
It's a big institution.
And you're in charge of the entire country.
Exactly. But then, as I'm saying, in order to have, this is more like a public health. So our reaction to COVID you see all the way everyone was on board and I was like, Chalem, wear my mask, stay away from me. That's general reaction. That's the kind of reaction we want with respect to tobacco smoke. So it's not that someone is standing by you and is smoking and you just feel like, let the person smoke, me, I'm there. So that global reaction, that generalized reaction, you get what I mean?
Naughty.
Yes, sir.
A friend of mine said that, you know what, Godwood, because I'm very, very particular about these things. And when I have, I know people who do this, I sort of caution them. So I talked her into stop smoking.
Okay.
And she said, okay, I'll stop. But then she says that, because I always mention the health implications. It's like, look. They know people who have smoked, they are 90, they are still smoking, they are still, living, and people who don't smoke and are 30, they have serious health challenges. So please, if you die, you die. That's usually what you hear. What I want to ask you is, what happens to a person's body when they stop smoking?
When they stop smoking, I mean, as early as should I even say 15 minutes after smoking, you realize that you start seeing some biological changes to a better decrease in heart rate, which was previously an elevated heart rate. And then also 5 years down the line, you realize that your blood levels are normalizing and all that. So it's something that is scientifically established. And when people tell me that people have smoked their lives and they are 90 and the rest, I always say that it's always a statistic. Why would you want to add yourself to that percentage? And you don't know your predispositions. I mean, industrialization has already put us at risk to all sorts of chemicals. So what can be prevented? Let's prevent it. There are some that we have to live with. I mean, also pollution from industry, we have to live with. It's a necessary evil. But then for the ones where we can prevent and there's no good at all attached to it, Charlie, don't add yourself to the statistic. You don't know your predispositions.
That's true. Now, I did mention earlier on in my introduction that Africa produces over 90% of tobacco, meaning that lots of farmers depend on this for their livelihood. Now, in also trying to quit, and also control and raise awareness about the health and environmental implications of tobacco, how do we help these farmers sustain themselves?
So, just as we are having in the northern region today, we need to promote the conversation. Let's look at alternatives. Let's discuss. It's not an outright go and do this, go and do that. What can replace what you're actually doing? And that I can say Ghana has actually done pretty much well, because you realize that our political commitment to tobacco control is pretty strong. You realize that with the countries you mentioned, Ghana is not part. Tobacco cultivation is not as strong as compared to the tons other countries are producing. So promote the conversation, promote the discussion. What are the alternatives? There are always alternatives to it.
Beautiful. I'm trying to see if we have some few messages coming in from our WhatsApp. Good morning, MS24 TV. Yes, good morning to you too. Hope you're enjoying the show. Hey, Miss Drew. Kenzie Boy from Ashaiman. Okay, could you ask questions, please? This one says, please, tobacco and weed, which one is better? I feel like anytime we have this conversation,
weed will come up.
Tobacco and weed, which one is better? Kelly Land from Sumako Powerful, Eduja. Could you answer this for me? Because this question...
they are different plants altogether. Tobacco, I can say that outrightly, there's no benefit to it. When it comes to cannabis, it can have a medical gain. It can have a positive profile, but I can authoritatively say that none of these benefits are churned out of smoking.
Okay.
Yeah. Their oils can be beneficial, but they've been used to produce also. There are some pharmaceuticals that are derived from that. Just as we can.
I mean, it's a fact.
There are some pharmaceuticals on there. Yeah.
So, but with tobacco, nothing at all?
Nothing at all.
The
zero.
Nicotine feeling, nothing.
Zero.
It's just pleasure, isn't it?
It's just pleasure. I mean, once pleasure can kill you, it ceases to be pleasure.
One way or the other, you've answered the question. But me, naughty, thank you very much.
Thank you
for your time. Do you have any final advice for tobacco users?
Tobacco is dangerous in all forms. It's dangerous. If you haven't started, don't start. Don't let your curiosity drive you. And if you started, I mean, support is there. It's difficult to stop. So support is available. Yeah, it's difficult to stop. Sometimes we think it's just the education, tell the person stop, and it's easy, but it's not easy. So seek support. The healthcare centers, the Ghana Thoracic Society, the FDA, just give us a call, and then we would channel you to the appropriate centers of help.
Very well. Naughty. You want to say something? What about some questions for the FDA? If we want to reach out to the FDA with some thoughts?
Our social media pages are active. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Just reach out. And we are there to answer. Quick.
Naughty is the regulatory officer, substances of abuse.
Tobacco and Substance of Abuse Directorate.
Tobacco and Substances of Abuse Directorate of the Food and Drugs Authority. Thank you so much, Nee. Do you want to share your personal handle or... No idea. You don't like trouble, eh?
No like trouble.
Anyways, you're still watching the AM Club right here on MX24 TV. We have a new show coming on MX24 TV, The Real Travel Show, hosted by Ras Mubarak, and Miss Drew. We'll be having a conversation with him pretty shortly. In the meantime, here is One Man by Kitty. Enjoy.
I'll give you 1 million reasons why you should be mine. life is sweeter. My hair, you day for my hair. I know fit to reset.
The gossip, maybe I was born faithful until the first female suddenly broke a vow.
I feel like you can be my baby.
What
if
I
broke, now my business. I'ma show you go buy to
yeah, back home, and you know, I hire a permanent fan. Yeah, free cocoa, bingo, yeah, bad things go from a side. I come aside.
No hands, still I can't believe it. You know what I mean? I was young, what you expect from me? It is what it is.
Need the best of in-depth analysis, top personality interviews, trending and breaking news all come your way. I'll be serving you with football conversations, life-hearted, lifestyle-related conversations, all on Off the Cuff. Join me, Derek Aim, this and every Monday to Friday between 4 and 5 p.m. only on MX24 TV.
Hello and welcome to the Real Travel Show, where we take you on an exciting journey of fascinating places around the world. Invite your friends. Be my guest on this weekly journey around the world. Discover the food. Oh yes, my friend. The music, arts, culture, and the magical sights and sounds. The Real Travel Show with me, yours truly, Ras Mubarak. You, my friend, are very welcome.
All women were created differently with unique attributes. From managing a home to being entrepreneurs, through the ups and downs, we almost always win.
As I said, in the early stages of breastfeeding, what your body is using to make the milk is what you ate during pregnancy.
Adoption is a blessing. So if you want to adopt, it's a good thing to do, but just make sure that you do it in the right way.
The brand new season of the Talkative Mom Show is double the education, double the information and excitement.
And then I actually realized nobody cares. Yes, nobody cares.
Yeah. Join me, Eno Kragren, and my guests this and every Sunday on MX24.
The Talkative Mom Show is proudly supported by Gokul's Healthy Options and Cerelac.
No topic is off limits. The pain of experiencing a miscarriage is something that can crumple your world. We're talking postpartum bodies and everything in between. And they share their story on their battle with infertility. The touching stories of the African woman rose before you.
I was disappointed in God, in life, in myself.
How many losses have you had?
After that, we had 4 more.
What?
I shouted, I said,
we lost vision, we lost any sound beyond crying.
Our mistakes, advices, regrets, real stories, and more on We Got This Africa. Na Ashakor and her intriguing panel serve you real experiences of the African woman. We Got This Africa.
We got this.
Hi everyone, I'm Catherine from Ghana Made, and welcome to our series called Find Your Way Back, where I'll be interviewing amazing individuals that have moved back to Ghana from the diaspora.
You have to be willing to take a little bit of a risk,
Yeah.
and be willing to leave some of the comforts behind.
You know, shit was meant to be hot.
Yeah.
But then regardless,
It wasn't hot for you?
It wasn't hot for me.
Okay.
Needed to adapt to the Ghana way of living, but not take that
from them.
Exactly.
It's such a beautiful country.
It is.
Our people are so beautiful. Yeah.
Hey, go free body, I
Okay, sweet, but girl, your love is sweeter. My hair, you day for my hair. I know fit to reset.
The gossip, maybe I was born faithful until the first female suddenly broke a vow.
I feel like you can be my baby.
What else?
If I broke, now my business. I'll show you go buy to.
And you know, I hire a permanent fan. Yeah, free cocoa, being called, yeah, bad things go from a side.
No hands. Still I can't believe. You know what I mean? I was young, what you expect from me? It is what it is.
Hello and welcome to the Real Travel Show, where we take you on an exciting journey of fascinating places around the world. Invite your friends. Be my guest on this weekly journey around the world. Discover the food. Oh yes, my friend. The music, arts, culture, and the magical sights and sounds. The Real Travel Show with me, yours truly, Ras Mubarak. You, my friend, are very welcome.
Angelina, you be cool in my temperature. If you call, say cheese, take a picture. Shaka post, make a see, take a picture.
In the leg book, boa.
Where the party there today? Hey mama, hey I ever say. Shake your body.
The Saturday nights just got better.
With unimaginable excitement.
10 toes, one girl, make it touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Ow, yeah.
The most heated rap battles.
Squad for the work with soldiers, but on your campo, Bema.
I blow you menace, ready? It be me with the top. Godzilla self chop, who be King Kong.
And of course, your A-list celebrity interviews.
I've always said this though, there can only be one Bob Marley, so definitely there should be one episode.
Me? The threesome.
Orafu comedy woman nede. Yeah. Nyansa. Don't fuck. Lighter.
With myself, Oforua.
I'm Jason Alay, and I do this with the man,
DJ Varosky.
Where the party there today? Hey mama, hey I ever say.
Hey, yes guys, and that was a wonderful conversation from Gordon, or with Gordon, talking about tobacco and the health and bad benefits. It's no tobacco day, but we are moving on. It is still Tuesday, a terrific Tuesday, and I'm excited because if you have been following me on social media, Ms. Drew _, you know that I'm taking in my new age and we are changing my lifestyle by being healthy. And now to do that, we also have another lady that has been here. She's not a stranger, you know, to MX next to the MX family. We had a lovely Independence Day fair and she was here advertising or showing her products. Now she's here to give us a little bit more insight on them and also the health benefits of these things. So let's welcome our lovely manager, lady CEO, owner of AgroMix.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Actually, I'm not the owner.
Okay.
I'm the head of marketing at AgroMix.
Nice. If you just give us a little bit of information about you, tell us what you do, and even about your products, AgroMix.
All right. My name is Loretta DeGrafton-Chi, and I'm the head of marketing at AgroMix. So we are into processing of fresh produce like mango, yoyi, fruit, and pineapple into fine powder.
Nice.
So we do this to extend the shelf life. You know they have a very short lifespan when they come in season. And also we also do local grains like fonio grain, millet, and sorghum. We process
sorghum. What's sorghum?
Sorghum is a grain like, do you know millet?
Yes.
So it's a little bit bigger than millet. It's also in the millet family. So sometimes they even use that to substitute for millet. And also fonio, we process them into ready-to-eat cereal. So you don't need to cook them again because we know them to be very tedious when you have to cook them. So all you need is your hot water. And we add fruits as a substitute for sugar.
I like that. I like that. Okay, so what makes, AgroMix different from all the other cereals that are on the market?
Okay, so AgroMix is actually focusing on two things. Our mission is to promote two things. One, we are helping tackle malnutrition, and the second is food waste. So what makes us different is that we are not operating as a traditional business that is all focused on making money, but we rather want to give value.
Yes.
And we do this from the point where we source our raw materials to where it gets to the market, to the consumer. So we source raw materials from smallholder farmers to help them, to empower them, give them economic power, yes. And then we process the whole processing is done under gentle processing methods, because we don't want to compromise nutrients, because our second mission is to promote good health. And the third step is where even our packaging is done in a biodegradable bag, so we are also contributing to the environment.
I love that. You guys thought of every single thing. So you actually get pineapple and you're able to dry pineapple and put it into a powder form?
We make it into powder. So
I didn't even think that was possible.
I know. That's the innovative part of it. We're actually ambitious about nutrition, and we know the only way to do it, to dodge all the other things that people put in the products to make it contribute to higher chronic disease, is to make it that innovative. So the process is quite tedious, but then we figure to make it innovative to make it possible.
I see.
That's the only way.
How long would you say you talked about the what's the name of this fruit? The black velvet tamarind fruit. What's the Ghanaian name? Yoyi. That's what I was looking for.
Powder, yeah.
So how long is the yoyi powder's shelf life?
This is a year, and even more if you're able to contain it in an airtight container. Yeah, it can stay for more than a year.
Well, that's beautiful. Okay, so AgroMix and Nori Meal, are they the same or they're different?
That's a very great one. So AgroMix process, all products that are from AgroMix is branded under Nori Meal.
Okay.
So when you visit the shelf, you see any product that is branded under Nori Meal is from AgroMix. So AgroMix has a great vision. We are looking at in the future, not only focusing on the food space, but again, we are looking into other space to help the economy and also the environment. So we are going to be going into fertilizer because we are concerned about farmers. We see how they process them. And in order to shape it all towards our mission, we have to help these farmers avoid these artificial fertilizers and other chemicals that they use. So in the future, AgroMix has a broader vision. So this Nori Meal brand is what represents the food aspect of AgroMix. So any cereal or food powder, whatever AgroMix is doing under the food space, is branded under AgroMix.
Nice.
Under Nori Meal,
So how many products do you have currently floating?
So fruit powders, we have close to 8.
8 different fruits?
8
powders?
Different yes.
Please list them.
Okay, so you have this.
Yeah.
You have cocoa powder.
Okay.
You have coconut mixed with dates.
Coconut and date powder.
And a little ginger,
Powder.
You only mix cold water and you have a drink.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
That's
And
right.
that must taste very nice.
You have to taste it.
Okay, go on more.
And then we have pineapple fruit powder. We have mango. We have guava.
Guava powder.
Yep.
I really want to know the process that goes into it. Like, do you have to leave it in the sun for hours?
Well, you're gonna have to visit. Yeah, you're gonna have to come and visit.
Hey, that's your secret recipe. I see.
So then you ask me, like, you're tempting me right there. It's a test.
So then, I mean, going through all of this, what would you say are some of the challenges then you guys may have faced?
Well, our biggest challenges has been our competitors. You know, we are competing with key players in the industry, the food industry, and most of the products that they produce are products that are providing the opposite of what we are providing.
Not healthy, not natural.
Yeah, you know, so, and also they make it in a way, you know, all those products, you pour a bowl of morning cereal and you find all these beautiful colors shaped in all kinds of ways.
She's sending for certain cereals that we be drinking, eating.
You see all that, and you can't get them that natural. I mean, if you want them as natural.
Yes, of course.
And these are what the consumers like.
The children especially.
You know,
the
we
big
like
kids
it
like
fancy.
me.
So that has been a major challenge, and these are things that we've been used to. I mean, they've been in the system for years, and we are used to these things, and especially the taste of it. We're used to the taste of it, and have even forgotten how the natural state of those ingredients taste. So that has been one of the challenges for us, with us competing with the product in its natural state. It's been very challenging for people to adapt to the old taste of the grains and the fruits and stuff without any artificial sweetener or any other thing. So that has been one of them,
Yeah, but I guess whilst you're introducing natural sweeteners and natural fruits, hopefully people will jump on to this is the healthy way of living. I mean, the way that the world is moving right now, you need to look after your body. We've only been given one body, and so it's your opportunity and your duty and your responsibility to look after it. So before we go, please can you tell us, where can we purchase these if we want to buy it, we want to be involved, or we get addicted and we want more? Where can we get them?
You're sure going to get addicted. So we are on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Norimil. And also we are in some shops in Instagram here. If you're headed towards American House, there's a shop on your left, Adam Supermarket, we're there. We're also at a shop just opposite the East Legon Police Station, Just Glory Supermarket. I think they're also renovating, so they will come back by next week. So we're also there, and we're also in some shops in Medina, Fafaha, Long Life Health Store, and also we are in some other shops in cantonments. And we also visit a market at Parks and Gardens every Saturday.
Oh, nice.
So every Saturday we are 37, so there's a market there. So you only have to contact us by calling 0558-210-170, and then we'll have it delivered to you.
There you go. There's no opportunity or no excuse for you to not be healthy. That's okay, right. Guys? So check them out on Instagram or all the shops that she's mentioned. But we are on our way to a healthy lifestyle, and I can't wait to sample these and decide which one I'm going to be addicted to. Guys, that's it for the plug for today. We've got more things coming up in the show. You know, don't be getting excited. Keep it MX24. Don't go anywhere, and I'll see you after this.
Okay, sweet, but girl, your love is sweeter. My hair, you take for my hair. I know fit to reset.
The gossip, maybe I was born faithful until the first female suddenly broke a vow.
I feel like you can be my baby.
What
if
I
broke, now my business. I'll show you, you go buy to.
And you know, I hire a permanent fan. Yeah, free cocoa, being called, yeah, bad things, both from a side.
No hands, still I can't believe. She You know what I mean? I was young, what you expect from me? It is what it is.
Need the best of in-depth analysis, top personality interviews, trending and breaking news all come your way. I'll be serving you with football conversations, life-hearted, lifestyle-related conversations, all on Off the Cuff. Join me, Derek Aim, this and every Monday to Friday between 4 and 5 p.m. only on MX24 TV.
All women were created differently with unique attributes. From managing a home to being entrepreneurs, through the ups and downs, we almost always win.
As I said, in the early stages of breastfeeding, what your body is using to make the milk is what you ate during pregnancy.
Adoption is a blessing. So if you want to adopt, it's a good thing to do, but just make sure that you do it in the right way.
The brand new season of the Talkative Mom Show is double the education, double the information and excitement.
And then I actually realized nobody cares. Yes, nobody cares.
Yeah. Join me, Eno Kragren, and my guests this and every Sunday on MX24.
The Talkative Mom Show is proudly supported by Gokul's Healthy Options and Cerelac.
Angelina, you be cool in my temperature. If you call,
say cheese, take a picture. Shaka post, make a see, take a picture.
In the leg book, boah, 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 boah.
Why the party there today? Hey mama, hey I ever say. Shake your body.
Your Saturday nights just got better.
With unimaginable excitement.
10 toes, one girl, make it touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it.
Ow, ow, yeah.
The most heated rap battles.
Squad for the work soldiers, but on Yame Campo, Bema.
I play you menace ready, it be me with the top. Godzilla self chop, who be King Kong.
And of course, your A-list celebrity interviews.
I've always said this though, there can only be one Bob Marley, so definitely there should be one episode.
Me? The threesome.
Orafu wa comedy woman de.
Yeah.
Nyansa.
Don't fuck.
Lighter.
With myself, Ofoyua.
I'm Jason Alay, and I do this with the man,
DJ Varosky.
Why the party there today? Hey mama, hey I ever say. Hey.
Hello and welcome to the Real Travel Show, where we take you on an exciting journey of fascinating places around the world. Invite your friends. Be my guest on this weekly journey around the world. Discover the food. Oh yes, my friend. The music, arts, culture, and the magical sights and sounds. The Real Travel Show with me, yours truly, Ras Mubarak. You, my friend, are very welcome. welcome to the Real Travel Show, where we take you on an exciting journey of fascinating places around the world. Invite your friends. Be my guest on this weekly journey around the world. Discover the food. Oh yes, my friend. The music, arts, culture, and the magical sights and sounds.
Welcome to the Real Travel Show with me, yours truly, Ras Mubarak, and you, my friend, are very welcome.
Good morning, and yes, we are back indeed. It is MX24. You're still watching the AM Club. I am your girl, Miss Drew, and you know it's time for Travel Tuesday, the only show that, you know, your girl is like superb. And when it comes to travel, of course, your girl is Miss Drew. And today we have got a very, very, very special guest who's going to be joining us. But let me let you know, okay? It's just another beautiful Tuesday. And as always, we do come your way with Travel Tuesday, where we take you around the world in minutes. Traveling is one of the most wonderful moments in everybody's life. And as you get to see a new world and experience new things altogether, people travel for various reasons, such as work, pleasure, family, health, and many more. Now, travel enthusiasts like myself have also created TV shows to show you what's outside your space in case you don't have what it takes to experience them in person. Now, joining us for today's interaction, we have the host of a brand new travel show, which is also going to be aired on MX24. He is a travel enthusiast like myself, a politician, farmer, media publicist, and he was at once in his lifetime a reggae music presenter at the Ghanaian Broadcasting Corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, family and friends, let us welcome to the AM Club and Travel Tuesday, the one and only Mr. Ras Mubarak. Hello.
Hi there, Miss Drew. It's good to see you.
And it's good to see you and hear your voice as well. How are you doing this blessed Tuesday?
Very good. What a nice day it is, except for the weather here in Doha.
Oh, wow.
It's blisteringly hot.
Blisteringly hot in Doha?
It's about 46 degrees Celsius, and you can imagine the heat.
Oh, my goodness.
But the exciting thing is that by the time the World Cup comes on in November, temperatures would have dropped, and Ghanaians and indeed fans from all over the world would be able to participate in the World Cup.
We are so excited. So I guess right now you're currently doing some behind the scenes and showing us the beautiful things to do and see in Qatar.
Yes, indeed. We've had a nice time here. It's arguably the cleanest country in the world, if you ask me. And I have done 60 countries.
60 countries?
Yes, I've done 60 countries, And Qatar has been very, very impressive with the monumental levels of development, the cleanliness, and the friendliness, everybody's smiling, hotels are cheaper, which is very exciting because one of the things that help boost tourism is the fact that people can come in and stay in hotels or hostels that are cheaper. So it's very encouraging. And if people who are watching are interested, on the Real Travel Show, we're going to be giving away 4 World Cup tickets, for fans to get to be in Doha and to witness this historic World Cup in this year, 2022. The interesting thing is that for the first time in the history of the World Cup, it's been hosted by an Arab country. So
nice.
People should look forward to something exciting.
Definitely, definitely. Oh, right. So before we get even into that, all of that stuff, tell us, where did your passion for traveling come from? Like, what started it? How did this all begin? What was it that ignited the flame?
Well, I get restless if I don't travel in 3 months.
Wow.
So I'm always trying to find somewhere fun to go to, either within the country or outside of the country. And it's been like that for many years now. For the last 16 or 17 years, I've been traveling
around the world,
seeing some very interesting places. And I really and truly, just like yourself, I'm looking forward to probably doing about 100 or 110 countries at least
Okay.
before I hang my boots.
I like that. I like that. You've definitely obviously seen a lot. So where would you say is your favorite country that you visited so far?
Well, to be honest, I was blown away by the excitement of Sharm el-Sheikh, and Sharm el-Sheikh is one of the exciting tourist locations in Egypt. You know, a couple of months ago, I was in the Philippines. I thought I had seen so much, you know, but there's always, you know, something new, something exciting. Qatar is my 60th. You know, I thought I had seen some of the most beautiful and cleanest cities, and you can talk about cities like Oslo, you can talk about places like Bergen, you can talk about Dallas in the States, but trust me, what I've witnessed here is mind-blowing. And the
more mind-blowing than in Egypt, or what?
more mind-blowing than in Singapore, than in Egypt, you know, more mind-blowing than in Norway, more mind-blowing, more captivating than Dubai. And, you know, Dubai has been one of the hubs to where people would like to, you know, go to and have a jolly good time. But trust me, Qatar is on an exciting level, except for the weather. So if you're going to come in here for holiday by yourself or with friends or family, the best time to do a holiday here would be in November, where you
where
could,
it's much
November,
cooler.
December, January,
That's
where you
the
could
best
get
time
to even
go,
do a desert safari, you know. But it's still, I mean, if you take away the hot weather, it's an incredibly nice place to be.
That's interesting, because it seems like now Qatar is your favorite and not Egypt.
Well, I mean,
because you told me that Egypt was your favorite, but now
I'm gonna try and see if I can show you a view from outside of my hotel.
Oh, that's beautiful.
If you can see from behind me, you know.
Very nice. Oh wow, I love the blue sea.
It's a lovely place. You know, the beaches are very, 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 very clean. You know, and they're cleaning up the place every now and then. You know, making sure that it attracts more and more people. And I've got to come in because I can't stay out that long because my phone is gonna just
overheat.
You know, as a result of the heat. You know, but Qatar is interesting.
Nice.
And it's no wonder they won the bid to host the World Cup. It's no wonder that people all over the world are looking forward to coming here. And I hope, you know, you will join us in November again. You know,
I will. I definitely already have plans to come there, so that would be great if I go there and you'll be there too. That would be fantastic. So let's talk more about you, okay, Mr. Ras Mubarak. So you started off being a politician and then you moved on to being a full-time travel enthusiast. What caused this sudden switch?
Well, I started off being a journalist. I've practiced journalism for well over 10 years.
Yeah.
And then I went into public service, served as the Chief Executive Officer of the Youth Authority, and then served in Parliament. And it's just as a result of my love to see nature, to see different things, to meet new people, you know, to witness the magnificence of world we live in.
Yes.
You know, if one has, you can't restrict yourself to one particular place. And the thing for me, what gives me the kick is that each time I hop on a flight and come back, I'm rejuvenated, I'm refreshed, you know, to achieve tasks that I have set for myself, you know. So if you ask me, it's what gives me the buzz, it's what gives me the kick, you know, it's what gets me going. You know.
No, that's great. That's great. I love the fact, I mean, I'm a big believer in chasing your passion. So I do love the fact that you started off, you've experienced, you dabbled in something else, and you've gone back to your first love. Now, there are lots of people that are watching that they want to experience this travel life that you have done. I mean, 60 countries. I've only done 35, so it seems I'm not even on your level yet. Halfway.
Well, yeah, I'm behind.
But we're climbing. But would you say that it's very expensive to travel to see all of these places? Do you have to be very rich?
No. As a matter of fact, if you started, so it's all about, the thing with traveling is that it's all about planning. If you plan that in, say, a year, you want to go on a holiday, you want to go on a vacation, just to let off steam, then you can start putting money away, bits and pieces, little by little, and by the time the time is due, you would have saved up enough, to go on a vacation. There are some countries that are some of the, cheapest facilities, there are cheaper flights, but sadly, our country is very, very expensive. Compared to many of the places I've been to, whether it's in Kenya or in Gambia or Tanzania or Sri Lanka, or some other place in Europe. Our country, hotels are really, really expensive in Ghana. And I'm hoping that we could do something about it to also attract more people to our country.
Yeah.
Because tourists would want a place where they can feel comfortable and be able to buy some souvenirs.
Yes, most definitely.
But if, bills would take up all their savings, then it may not be worthwhile for travel. But I'll use this opportunity to encourage everyone who's working and even students, that travel is fun. It opens your eyes. It exposes you to new possibilities, and to see what this wonderful world has for all of us. But to be able to do that successfully, you don't have to be rich, obviously, but you would have to save up, to be able to do that.
Nice. That leads me on to my next question.
Either save up or keep watching MX24 so you can win a ticket, to the World Cup.
Well, that leads me actually to my next question. Talking about Ghana, where would you say, for those who aren't able to travel just yet, what are the best places that you think people should come and see or explore, or your most favorite city or, region in Ghana that you think people should try and explore before whilst they are saving up to go to other countries like yourself?
I recently discovered the Upper West region. I discovered a place called Jirapa. There's a resort called the Royal Coastal Hills Resort, that has all manner of things from hippopotamus, white, and I didn't even know that there are white lions in Ghana.
Yes.
Until the Upper West region about a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I got blue. I think it will be a fantastic opportunity for those in the south who want to explore, the northernmost part of our country. Obviously, the Mole National Park. If you are in tune with nature, then obviously the eastern region, with all the beautiful mountains, would be a place to hang out, at. If you love the sea, then obviously, the beaches, the entire coastline, from Ada, Accra, Cape Coast, Tadi, Axim, and all of those places are fun places to be. But we need to do a lot, to improve our tourism as well. There's so much Ghana has to show the world, but we would have to put in place the building blocks, keeping them cleaner, making them affordable, and making them accessible for people to go to. So, Akosobo, certainly one of my topmost locations because of the topography of the area. Jirapa, they call the place Jirapa, Dubai.
Yes, Jirapa, Dubai. We showed it on Moments on my show as well. We went there. It was beautiful. I loved that place. That place is absolutely amazing. Up in the northern region, my favorite.
And if anyone, gets the opportunity, if you can't travel outside of the country, then obviously places like that would the first, places to start with.
Lovely. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Rasmubak. I mean, now we're going to have the opportunity to see your show on MX24, where you travel around the world as well. I mean, that's where we are in common. We both are travel enthusiasts. So this will be great. Can you tell us what we can expect and where we can also follow you on your journey as well and support?
Okay, so people should expect nothing but some fascinating stuff, some, mind-blowing stuff, some weird food as well. Yesterday, for instance, I ate something very interesting, but I'm not going to let it out of the bag yet. You're going to have to keep watching The Real Travel Show on MX24, to be able to see that. We're planning to go to the Ivory Coast. We've got Canada coming up in August. We've got Finland coming up as well. And we've got Barbados, Jamaica, and Cuba in the latter part of the year. But we'll be doing a lot of travels in Africa as well. Because we have a duty as Africans, to promote Africa the more. So our focus is to do Ghana, a lot of the exciting destinations, do Africa, and of course the rest of the world.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. And to all of you guys watching, make sure you do check out the show coming soon on MX24. That is it for our Travel Tuesday this week. We've had a very insightful conversation about countries all around the world and what to expect and why we should also even go and save up for Qatar this November. But for now, guys, that is it for Travel Tuesday. We'll be back with, of course, The Plug. Gordon will be joining us, and we've got some mystic twins that are going to be joining us. So we'll see you right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah. AMG, baby.
Take me back, okay. The time where I eat my money, then me and you know. Yeah. You better take me back, AMG, baby. The time where I eat my money, then me and you know. Baby, that's your booty be bad, but it be my money. Baby, that's your beautiful body be all for me. Baby, that's your booty be bad, but it be my money. Baby, that's your beautiful body, be all for me.
Send me palm, me condom. I better roll. Me best me hope a bantem. One more day, man, for cigar photo. For him, my body, bodo. Obey doko. So, my man, one off when I make. But me too much, are you okay? Get a body too bad, but you think it. Open me a bulu, me and bumpy. Me your bonny a sub zero, but me MK. Some of my what's in my command, they try me cranky. Okay. Do you wanna try? Philomena, are you looking fly? Show you love on the hills, make you shy. Too much.
Baby, that's your booty be bad, but it be my money. Baby, that's your beautiful body be all for me. Baby, that's your booty be bad, but it be my money. Baby, that's your beautiful body be all for me.
Oh, baby, mama, me awa. So when you say water, when you me dollar come in naira. So baby girl, for me Zara. Oh, baby, mama, me awa. So when you say water, when you me dollar come in naira. So baby girl, for me Zara.
Money go come, money go go. Today be try, tomorrow we blow. But my love remain the same. Sherry go go, Fernando go. Mina bo. My love will never change. Say make I give you a reminder. You tattoo my name for the bumper. Say our love will be one thing, no be today. Baby, that's your booty be bad, but it be my money. Baby, that's your beautiful body be all for me. Baby, that's your booty be bad, but it be my money. Baby, that's your beautiful body be all for me.
Let me call ya masaba. Makumi pita sawa. Ufata prada. Famiseko goveli na mami zanza. Hey, uye nsiya kabela apa. Osa ya rese masada. Midibe dream se cassava. Okuye ni kena fama. IGP dampa relock me. We send me posted pictures, girl don't like me. Me better than you so I'm not trust me. But don't need a force, so no gimmicks. Nigel yam fa just drink and me. Bijay man no pass and come Jimmy. Man sorti ya kunta be hot me. Obe dog me. Now I'm blocking me. Too much.
That's your booty be bad, but it be my money. Baby, that's your beautiful body be all for me. Baby, that's your booty be bad, but it be my money. Baby, that's your beautiful body be all for me.
Oh, baby, mama, me awa. So when you say a water, when you me dollar come in naira. So baby girl, for me Zara. Oh, baby, mama, me awa. So when you say a water, when you me dollar come in naira.
So baby girl, I'm baby, that's your beauty.
Bossy G on the mix.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. It really has been a packed show, hasn't it, right? Oh my goodness. Right, we are now down to our last segment of the show, and it is another plug. I mean, if it's nice to do it twice, right? So we've got 2 plugs and 2 actual twins that are in the studio with me. Mackenzie and Macmillan, they actually look identical. Guys, I didn't know how to, when I heard Mystic, I thought they're gonna come and do some magic or whatever, but right now I'm mesmerized by the 2 of them. Listen, identical. These are the Mystic twins. They are in the building and they're about to fill us in. Now, they are spiritual seekers and they believe there is God and other supernatural powers. They are teachers of the Creator's mysteries. They believe they are the seeds of God meant to grow into the likeness of the Creator. They say their call is to nourish seeds into man's spiritual maturity. Now, today on The Plug, they will explain more on their spiritual life and who they believe and worship. And so, Mackenzie and Macmillan, welcome to The Plug. Welcome to the AM Club.
You know what I find fascinating? I'm looking at everything on them and
Me
it's
too.
similar. I mean, slippers.
Everything. I was even looking at the hair.
Everything.
I was seeing if maybe one has rubber bands, one doesn't, but they both are the same.
Actually, I probably will freak out if I met one in the studio and then I get downstairs and
What was
I
that?
probably will just, because it's the same, it's almost like the same person. Guys, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Interesting. Seeking the spiritual. Tell us about yourself.
Yes.
Okay, Macmillan, like you said, and that is Mackenzie, and we are mystics. To be called a mystic is not just by a word. You have to actually be initiated and ordained by the mystical temples and the Kabbalahs, the priests, and all that. But it started for us from traditionalism, because we have a gift, and that gift is not something that you go and seek or buy. Money cannot buy power, because it is divinity, it is God, and God cannot be bought. Spirits, whatever that people say on TV and radio about buying things, and people talk about a lot of things on TV. But some of them we all know is just plenty talk. But the real divinity, the real gift is something that is born within. And we being twins is something that was gifted. But the gift does not end there. It became a journey for us, a spiritual path, that we had to take a step. It wasn't faith. We are doubters. So it is not just by faith. We do not walk by faith. Oh, you understand? Yes. If you believe that if you put a white egg with the try with press at the Kosiano on the floor, no, Nebema will be a four door. And it is by power. Work because there is power
behind it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So you can, for example, it's just like jumping on this building and believing that
you will not fall, you have wings to fly. You believe you will not fall, you have wings to fly.
So the faith does not really apply.
Faith doesn't matter. It matters when you have power that's receiving it. Where you are sending that faith from, it's coming from a higher source. The source will determine maybe now 2 minutes free ban. And I must say, because say I pointed it from a power hand. Okay. That is why it will happen. Not because I have faith, because I know. Not studying for an exam and saying that I have faith that I can pass. Faith
must be based on something.
Yes, you have studied, and then your faith should be on the fact that even if you have not studied Mackenzie, it should be on the fact that you are smart. You can go around it. See, there are so many ways to penetrate something. I mean, back when I was in school, I can be asked a question. I wasn't really smart, but I will know how to write a paragraph. Maybe write 6 sentences about something. If I write 20, at the end of the day, I explain myself. I just did not go right as it was instructed. So the faith. It's not all of it. You have to be standing on something.
Did you have a question?
Right. So you guys said that you have been given the gift. So who is the person, or how did you become or know that you were ordained by this God to do the things that you are doing?
Not this God.
The God.
The universe. The God that we all serve, the Alpha and Omega, the
Because if you say this God, that means you are talking about the deities. Abosom nso de obi abetuma ko tubi. Obi abetuma ko kura. You can say kura tree, you can kura. Because ntimi ko tu. Ko tu, I'd say du yesu na ko tu no. You ko kura. If this is the God, if the God is this speaker or whatever tripod, uko pone ho say the 2 minutes be ba obra. So ntimi ko kura. Tinoka say this God, I know God can give me the power that I have. Yes. Bosom no say bibiri mpo ni ma de. Ebi kan book da. They be nimu have conjuration,
but they are spirits.
They are spirits, but they don't know it all. That is what people don't know. They don't know it all. They are gods. They are your inframa, your mutia, your angels, your demons, and your the
marine spirits.
Marine spirits. They are all of them, all of the entities, your territorial spirits and everything.
So you guys sought to understand these things.
We didn't. It's not like we sought to understand these things. We are a medium.
A medium
in between.
In between them, every entity, all the spirits that Mackenzie mentioned, they communicate to us. Whether marine, the gods, the ancestors, the angels, the demons, whatever that is.
But anyone who is not enlightened enough will see us. Like when we are talking at the airport, we hear whispers in Tafo.
Because they are carnal minds.
They see you and they think you're like a
devil's
priest.
agent.
As in, you hear people saying it as in physically, not.
Oh yeah, they are whispering.
I'm not the spiritual whisperer.
Not spiritual. I'm talking physical.
Things that people say about us.
Yes, but you will conform, you will be and me, I'm a mystic.
A comfort is also sort of like a mediator, isn't it?
No, comfort is not a mediator. I am a mediator. Comfort is not. Comfort does not have
the difference.
Comfort can sit here dressed nicely like you, and you can get possessed.
And you
start hitting everybody, and it's not wrong. But
that is the nature of
the possession.
Okay.
Me, I have to accept that. I'll met but I will never be possessed fully where I have to pack and start telling people I need egg, I need water. No. But the priest don't have that power. The spirit come upon the priest.
Come and sit on you, ride you like a horse.
Yes, like a horse. Until no, so when the bosom the bar, suma in the bar, but not conform to what me ponko. Yes.
Okay. So what do you make of? You have another question?
No, you say. So because my question is completely different. Now you are, I wouldn't say like psychics, but you can see things. There's all types of spirits speak to you guys, and you use this to. How do you now help people? You protect them, or you just what is it that you do to help the people?
We don't protect people just randomly. We are not the savior. We protect people that seek for our consultation, and that consultation is not because you seek for it. It is what the energy in us will allow us to. Nobody, like Mackenzie said, nobody has the ultimate power. Everybody can touch it. The power is in the air, is in the universe. Every one of us, everyone here can touch it. But then the other people that have more favored, that when they touch it, it holds certain power than the other. And then the man may different than you. It doesn't make me special than you. It just makes me a different type.
Okay.
Yeah, someone will say weird, but in other words, just makes me more connected to the other
side. It's
like
when you come to us and we give you something like an aura and like a perfume, right? Yes, everyone can walk into anywhere, but then some smell different. So that is how spiritually I am. When I speak into the air, like my brother said, the power is in the air. Anyone can command it. That is why even a girl who has no power, when she gets broken, she says, "I'll sit on the floor, and then you get kissed." Meanwhile, she has no power, but she feels that because the power is in the air, it's free.
But you did say, okay, because we have, it sounds contrary to me a little bit, because you said whatever she does, for instance, this girl you're talking about, whatever she does should be based
out of pain and broken heart.
It should be based on a certain power, not out of how she's feeling. Say, it has to come from a power.
Yes.
So you're saying the power is in the air. It's been spoken in the air already.
Well, she is using the feminine power.
And the power is there. The karmic power is there.
So different types of powers.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of powers.
I wish we had enough
the
time
thrones,
to have
the kings, and whatever.
Mystic brothers, mystic twins. We really have to go.
Yes, we must bring you back.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need this 15 minutes is not enough time.
You are not a plug.
I want 30 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, I want like 30 minutes or 45 minutes conversation with you.
All right.
And we hope to have you guys
We'll make
back.
time for that then.
Please. Today is what? Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Hopefully next week Tuesday. I don't know, but we'll speak with our producer and then we'll see how we can bring all of this back.
All right.
But thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Truly appreciate your time. I really am interested in knowing more.
Like even this looks like, some robes that is Israel.
It's called a tali.
It's called a tali.
Yeah, it's
the edge of
it's a praying.
Yes.
Oh, you know you're Jewish. So
some actually have it and does not hold any power. Okay. But the ones that have been,
you have to unlock
it
before it can do anything.
This is
very interesting. I really am interested in knowing more about this.
Yeah.
Very interested. But Mystic Twins, that Mackenzie and
McMain
and Mackenzie. Thank you so much for your time. We look forward to having you again.
Thank you.
Ooh, are you on social media? Of course,
we do spiritual teachings on YouTube. Our YouTube name is Mystic Twins TV, and we are on Instagram Mystic Twins 47. So that is really what we have.
Lovely.
Is that reason for the 47?
We are going to that later.
Because I know with numbers, they're important too.
Yeah.
You guys.
My goodness.
And even with colors you wear, isn't it?
Yes.
We'll talk more about this. Thank you so much, guys, for being a part of the show from the beginning. It's the Tuesday edition of the AM Club. We say a big thank you, of course, to ourselves, Miss Drew and I, for holding it down till our first guest, Lifestyle Daily. We had a conversation on tobacco, and we had the gentleman from the Food and Drugs Authority coming to share light on World No Tobacco Day. Please, today is World No Tobacco Day, so for the first time, put the tobacco down, we beg you. Just, if you can do it, just do it for today, okay? And then
and then we also had another, plug where we interviewed, or we had a nice conversation with one of the managers or marketers for Agro Mix. We then also had a deep conversation about traveling all around the world with Mr. Ras Mubarak. And then, of course, we have got
Mystic
our
Twins.
Mystic Twins, which we will definitely be having back. We must have them back because the conversation was worth more than 15 minutes. And also, my name is Miss Drew, your hostess with the mostest. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. That's MZDRU_. And it's Tuesday, so on YouTube, we're dropping a new video today. Miss Drew TV on YouTube. Please go and subscribe. It is important to me. If you didn't give me a birthday present, go and subscribe as the best gift.
My name is Godwin Nambo at Godwin Nambo on all social media platforms.
Bye-bye, you. Mwah.